Sugar is everywhere, and if you're trying to be healthy and cut back on your sugar intake, it can be quite tricky. Not only is there sugar in a lot of foods that we normally consume in a day, but there's added sugars and natural sugars you need to watch out for on top of that. Today here at Bestie, we're going to take a look at some natural sugars that are actually good for you. You know what else would be sweet? If you subscribe to Bestie and click the notification bell too. Help support our channel by watching this video until the end. First of all, too much sugar can put you on the fast track to cardiovascular disease. Not to mention, added sugar to your diet could increase your risk of developing diabetes, high blood pressure, inflammation, and weight gain. Not to worry though, we have just the thing for those of you with a sweet tooth. Here are some natural sugars that can actually be good for your health. Raw honey. We'll start with one that's not really classified as good for you, but rather it's not as bad as regular old table sugar. The sugars found in honey have a small amount of nutrients in them, but really you should limit yourself to about 1 to 2 teaspoons a day. When you're looking for the healthy kind of honey, you want raw, unpasteurized, and unfiltered honey, as it does contain antioxidants, minerals, and vitamins E and C. There are also some great prebiotics in raw honey that can help out your gut flora. This type of honey also contains polyphenols, which can potentially have the power to fight off cancer and keep your heart in great shape. Bees make honey from collecting pollen. When you get real raw honey, there is likely still to be traces of pollen left over. Even if pollen might make you sneeze uncontrollably, it's also been said to help boost the immune system. Maple syrup. A Canadian staple. Maple syrup comes in many different colors and grades. One thing is for sure, we're not talking about Aunt Jemima maple syrup here. For you to get any health benefits at all, you need to pay close attention to the labels and make sure you're getting 100% organic, pure maple syrup. Basically the stuff with pieces of bark still in it. Don't worry, there won't be any bark in this kind of maple syrup, but you get the idea. The darker the syrup, the stronger the maple flavor. Basically, the categories go as follows: golden, amber, dark, and very dark. If you stick to the pure stuff, you'll get some minerals and antioxidants along with a blast of sweetness. 1/3 of a cup of this delicious tree sap can give you the following daily recommended percentages: 7% of your calcium intake, 6% of potassium, 7% of your iron, 28% zinc, and 165% of manganese. Keep in mind, you should limit your intake of the sticky, sweet stuff, and it's not exactly healthy, but it is a better alternative than refined sugar. What's our favorite motto again? Oh right, everything in moderation. Molasses. As we head down this list, these alternatives for sugar get better and better. We're getting towards the ones that can actually provide a decent amount of health benefits. Which brings us to our next substitute, molasses. Molasses is a super thick, almost black syrup-like liquid. It's made from sugarcane or sugar beets that have been crushed into juice. This juice is extracted and then boiled down. As the juice is boiled, the sugar crystals are repeatedly removed from the syrup, and after this process has been done a certain number of times, you end up with what is known as molasses. Depending on how many times you boil the liquid will determine what kind of molasses you end up with, ranging from light, which is created after the first boiling, dark after the second, and will be much thicker and darker in color, Blackstrap after the third boiling, which will be the thickest and darkest of the bunch and is slightly bitter. This is the one we're focusing on when it comes to a healthy sugar alternative. Blackstrap molasses actually contains more antioxidants than both the maple syrup and raw honey we just talked about. It's also got lots of potassium and calcium, which help your bones stay strong and contribute positively to your heart health. But remember the mantra when enjoying molasses and keep it to a minimum. Stevia. Alright, now we're getting into the sugars that could really, truly be healthy for you. You've probably heard of stevia before, as it's especially popular as an alternative for folks with diabetes. Stevia has been shown that it can help lower blood sugar levels with those struggling with diabetes. Stevia comes from a plant called Stevia rebaudiana. and is commonly found in South America. It's the leaves of this plant that gives stevia its sweetness. Actually, its super sweetness. It is believed that the leaves of this plant are hundreds of times sweeter than regular refined sugar. Not only that, but stevia has some great health benefits. We already mentioned that it can help lower blood sugar, but it has the possibility to help lower blood pressure in certain individuals. But wait, there's more. In several studies, stevia has proven effective in helping to improve insulin sensitivity, reduce bad cholesterol, or LDL cholesterol, and can possibly help reduce plaque in your arteries. A common complaint when it comes to stevia, however, is that despite all these great health benefits, some people don't like the taste. But honestly, health food doesn't always taste great at first, but you'll eventually get used to it. Plus, the benefits kind of outweigh the alternative, don't they? Fruit. Yes, you can't go wrong with the all-natural, unprocessed, no artificial colors or flavors, good old-fashioned fruit. Fruit is sweet and it tastes good. Plus, it's something your body needs. You can add fruit to all kinds of meals, including salad, smoothies, oatmeal, and more. Get creative. Blueberries in particular are some of the healthiest fruits out there and are high in fiber, vitamin C, K, and manganese. They're also believed to be one of the best sources of antioxidants when it comes to commonly eaten fruits. Also, blueberries are brain food and can help improve memory. So, don't forget the blueberries. Again, these kinds of sugar substitutes aren't necessarily good for you, as your liver probably won't be able to tell the difference between these and regular refined sugar. As long as you consume very little amounts, you should be good to go. Everything in moderation, right? Of course, cutting sugar can be really tricky, and your body will probably need an adjustment period. You'll likely crave sugar from time to time as you cut down on the sweet stuff, but eventually your body will thank you. Plus, if you work your way down this helpful list as you're cutting sugar, it might make it a bit easier to arrive at the healthy you've always wanted. Besides, you're sweet enough without all those empty calories sugar gives you anyway. Are you trying to cut sugar? What's your favorite sugar alternatives? We would love to know your thoughts, so let us know in the comments section below. Enjoyed this video? Hit like, share, and subscribe to Bestie. Wait! What kind of bestie are we if we don't tell you about our other awesome videos? Go ahead, choose the left or right video and enjoy.